episode of The Growth Plate.
In the end, we leave the table better. We feed your mind. Growth is up to you. Growth is up to you.
This episode of The Growth Plate.
In the end, we leave the table better. We feed your mind. Growth is up to you. Growth is up to you.
It's my.
Welcome to The Growth Plate, where four brothers chop it up on topics you'd like to talk about behind closed doors or in your close circles. While we dish up the conversations from different viewpoints, in the end, we leave the table better. We feed your mind. Growth is up to you.
And that's Dr. Mike. This is CJ. Let's get bigger.
All right, we're back on The Growth Plate with our interview with Reese Thomas, talking about the heaviness of that heart attack.
Talking about the matters of the heart
at a young age.
That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get taught. Matters of the heart.
Matters of the heart. Yep, that's the new name of the episode.
We're gonna do like the news, the heart attack episode.
Isn't it great that we can sit here and laugh about it though?
Hey, I'm happy we laughing about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Because when we left off, it was heavy.
Yeah.
When we left off, it was real
was
heavy. I was
than I
contemplating where I was at.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not my story, but
I think
I'm putting myself in it, and I was like, wow, this is.
I think you left off somewhere around not knowing all the information that I was, or the situations that I was in.
Right.
And I reflected on that just as a group. My wife, who is here in the studio, my mother is in the studio, and Roderick, my brothers, and
Peace family.
We always, my wife go like, yeah, what y'all don't talk to each other? I'm like, not like that. You know what I mean? It's certain areas that it's not neglectful that we didn't talk to it. It's just like sometimes you just don't, or in my case, I can say in my case, I had owed so much of debt to you and Pops, for saving my life at times. It was like, man, I gotta start figuring this stuff out on my own. Which is helpful and hurtful at the same time. You know what I mean? Creates distance. I know it seemed like we had a lot of distance between each other, but it was really like a declaration to, I got to figure this out. I mean, I got to stand up, because I'll never know how to stand up if I keep leaning on people. And so this was the hardest thing in the world, except for my heart. Like, they got a book called The Body Keeps Score. My heart was keeping check. And it was ticking. Like, it was, you're going through this, you're going through that, you're going through this.
Right.
And it was keeping score. So even if I didn't talk to you or anybody else.
Well, it wasn't, it's funny that you put it that way. I never felt the distance. I never felt any distance at all. I felt remarkably close.
Yeah.
But I did not, like I said, and I'll say it again, man, from the day that I met you, when I got a chance to know who you are, and I got, you opened up, your life and what was going on, I knew Reese as a fighter. And what I would look and I would see from afar and sometimes very, very near is that it seemed to me that you were always in a fight.
Yeah.
That you were fighting something all the time. If you was on the football team, you was fighting the coach. Yep. You was fighting your teammates. Yep. You was fighting. You know what I'm saying? If you was in school, you was
literally and figuratively.
Exactly. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so when you discussed all of the issues and the milestones in your life with the previous marriage and the children and all of the things that can add on to the stressors. That's how I knew you to be. You know what I mean? And I would check in with you from time to time and be like, hey man, but your response is, it is what, that's what I do.
My interpretation was, just by watching and listening, was you were kind of like, with all that strength and everything that the way you've always been, was really like, oh, he's got it.
Yeah.
He's got this.
I mean,
you know what? It's funny,
it always looked like he might not have it, but he was always resolute that he was going to get through.
Right.
And that was just the way it was
I didn't have
from my perspective.
no, and I'm thinking back while my mother is in the studio. I'm thinking back to the declaration that I keep saying declaration. I usually have like certain words I hang on for like a week.
Okay.
You know, like declaration apparently is one, and comprehensive, and
I get it.
You know, something. I'm just learning something new all the time. But my father, the last conversation we had before I left Chicago on scholarship is he said, "Hey man, you can't never come back here." Mm-hmm. And that wasn't, now that I know, in the wisdom of it, Southside Chicago, things is, wild. I've been protective of sorts at this particular point. But he saw a future, and he saw the future of it. And that trajectory, there's another word you can write there. That trajectory shot me into sitting here. I swear to God it did, because it just put in my head that there is no option but to fight. Mm-hmm. And then I end up, as soon as I got on ground here, I end up fighting everybody with the determination and the jawline of I'm not giving up, because I ain't got nowhere else to go.
Right.
However, that doesn't come without tax.
And we saw that, and that's where we at here.
Yep.
Because you taxed your mind, you taxed obviously your body, you taxed your being into a heart attack.
Absolutely.
And where we left off was you
getting out the 7 days
getting out of the
hospital
hospital and being released to home. And so now you're through it, right? You went through that pain, that moment. You got through the surgery, and I'm assuming that there's some relief.
I thought home was home.
Okay.
When I got home, I thought, it's over. Except for it was over from the hospital.
It's starting.
Oh, you just beginning, baby.
Okay.
You just beginning.
Well, take us through that.
I remember it's coming back to me. I remember the distinct. First of all, they reset my body, like turning the computer off and dumping the computer and put it in. I could not stand the smell of anything. Anything. I love peppermint soap. It keeps my skin so glowy. Thank you, my mother and father, Dr. Bonners, peppermint soap. I can't smell it. It's too much. Any soap, I had to get no soap, no smell soap, because it was so. I'm talking about like intense. What is the smell? It's lotion. Get this off of me. I can't take this smell.
Right.
I go eat something. Oh, I'm gonna eat salt. What is this salt? It's water. Is it salt water? It reset my body to new taste, new smells, new food. I had to go completely nothing. I couldn't eat nothing.
Did they prepare you for that?
No, they did video. Everybody chilling and having fun with that red pillow after that. They ain't said that on air.
Have you talked to anybody else? We got a brother, Presto,
right,
who did not have a heart attack, but did have heart surgery.
Yeah,
actually 2.
Right. I'm going to go on the limb here to say I'm not a doctor. Mike is a doctor. I'm not a doctor. But from what I heard, and this can be confirmed on any medium, somehow, am I going through a blood transfusion? Is something happening in my blood? Something's happening where my heart is stopped for a second. I like to say they caressed it and fondled it in their hands. And,
right.
My actual hat, they squeezing on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with the circulation machine, whatever happened, but my body was completely reset from taste and smells and everything. It took me months to start eating stuff I shouldn't eaten because the salt was back. But that was wild because I'm like, man, now I'm used to it again. What that mean? That means too much. That means it's overkill. Because now I know the difference between not having it at all and what my body, man, you can't drink. I was clear, nothing. It was tough.
So I'm thinking about what CJ was asking, and yet, is there such a thing like a heart attack recovery group?
No.
So you're not talking to anybody else to say, hey, this is what I'm going through.
Do you know we
through?
asked that question, and I'm segueing into getting home. We asked that question on the way out of the hospital. We had to ask them, the social worker. She was like, So you look healthy. You don't need anything from home. Wow. Lady, if you don't get out there and get somebody for me.
Right.
She said, this is social worker, the exact same degree I graduated in. Yeah, big up for me.
Yes. Congratulations, brother.
Now I know, because I'm going to go back and find her. She said, we didn't need nothing on the hospital. You look healthy. You recovered from the surgery well. What? What are you talking about? I said, lady, I don't care. Look at my insurance. I don't care what it says. If it says it's supposed to be a dude that come by and say hi for 30 minutes and leave, I want that dude at my house.
Right.
But that's trauma. That's trauma. And she's
hardcore, bro.
Social worker that doesn't understand.
She said I look healthy. I don't need that. That's exactly what she said.
Were you holding that pillow against your chest when she said that?
I had a hole in my chest.
This is what I'm saying.
I had a hole in my chest.
This is what I'm saying.
She said I look healthy to what standard?
Right.
I mean, I guess.
You look alive. It might have been a more accurate.
You see that thing beeping right there? Okay, you don't need nothing. You good. Right. So we pressed it. It was like, no, man, I need rehab or something. I need something. I don't care what it is. I don't even care what it's sandwich.
Right.
You need to come to my house to see if I need services. The only reason I knew that because I'm in social work. You need to at least do an assessment. Right. Mm-hmm. You need to do a comprehensive assessment to find out what my situation. And what more comprehensive assessment do you need if I'm got a hole in my chest from a double bypass?
Well, also, if I was hearing you correctly, you had recently, before the heart attack, listened to a doctor tell you was okay.
Oh, 3 days before it.
That's right. So you probably didn't trust the whole you okay thing.
You know what? I need to look sicklier, I guess. These broad shoulders and, well chiseled chin.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, you're right. They almost killed me 3 times over. You all right? You be all right? I'm not all right, though. Nah, you look all right. Get out. Mm-hmm.
So you think that might have been some of that
stigma?
Superhuman black men or superhuman?
I'm glad. Yeah, apparently because, well, at least on my edge, because a lot of brothers is not waking up.
No. What I think Dr. Mike is referring to is that there's a stigma.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh,
amongst doctors,
you mean the stigma doctor?
That we can take a certain higher
pain.
Level of pain, and we don't need.
Matter of fact, and you're right, Mike, doctor. Turns out that my heart is twice the heart as everybody else, just because I'm black. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so when it stopped, it didn't stop.
It paused.
Hey, you look great.
Right.
From having a heart attack.
Right.
And if I hadn't had no idea before, my mother over there, fighting doctors for my mother has sickle cell, and she is a sickle cell survivor. Mm-hmm. And I've been watching her fight these doctors, for decades.
Right.
No, you ain't gonna kick me out of here. Matter of fact, that's what I said to get in the hospital. I told my wife, I'm not getting out of this hospital until they tell me what's wrong. Because we just went to quick care on Friday and they said nothing was wrong. EKG.
So let me ask you this. Now you said you got a hole in your chest.
Oh yeah.
When you get home.
Oh yeah.
And I think I know you have to have that pillow, right?
I kept that pillow for a year. I couldn't.
But you were they tell you, how long are you supposed to hold that pillow close to your chest to, for coughs and things like that? Because you don't want to reopen what they just broke your sternum, correct?
Yeah, it cut it.
Is that the reason why they do that?
They cracked it.
Yeah, they cracked it. They opened you up.
And
but
then they put
is
wires.
That what that pillow is for?
I don't know what that damn pillow is for.
No, because
No, I'm going back in town like, okay, so what if I coughed? Well, what's going to happen? The pillow was going to stop? Man, I'm holding that.
The pillow is going to stop it, I thought, right? Just from
It's
being
supposed to
around
put
somebody
pressure,
else. Yeah, apply pressure so that you don't cough it back open.
Man, I don't, whatever. You know what I mean?
So they need.
I was going through so many other things. The pillow was like the comfort of it. I don't think I got rid of that pillow for a year. I think about a year.
Need some directions.
Yeah,
they need to send home.
Man, they sent me home on some. Good luck. You look healthy. Wow. And that's what started. What started that is my wife waiting on me hand and foot for about a year after that.
Okay,
wow. A good 8 months before I couldn't take it no more. To be honest.
Right.
But because I couldn't do nothing, I laid in a recliner, 180 degrees. At least for 6 months. Wow. Just like this, because I couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't breathe. Matter of fact, I didn't even get to the bedroom. Matter of fact, speaking of the bedroom, I didn't sleep in the bedroom for almost a year.
Okay.
I had to sleep in that recliner.
Wow.
Till I finally got comfortable enough to sleep on one side or another. I really couldn't the pressure was, it was pressing on each side. So I was in the recliner for a very long time.
Are we talking pain?
Oh man, my body's going through so
discomfort.
many things. First of all, it's just funny because I'm going through so many things that I don't remember the pain, but I'm in pain because I just had my chest opened up.
Okay.
But I had things like sweating. I was sweating so profusely. I'm assuming my body is fighting
And
whatever it is. Right, and it's working. I'm
extra
sweating. I'm changing shirts 4 times a night. Drenched. Drenched. So you talking about in discomfort. This is extreme. I don't know what this, I've never been through this. This is very new to me. I can't roll over. I'm falling asleep and I'm fatigued. I'm talking about just super fatigued. Thank God I forgot what that company was, man. I hope I remember that company. Those guys were great. When the social worker actually did her job, she found a company that came to my house and did my rehab. And those guys was great, man.
What did the rehab look like?
Circulation. Keeping my legs, keeping my blood and heart circulating around the system from my legs, all my arms, and everything. So
What did you have to do physically?
I did they brought me a little bike machine.
Okay.
I did that for about 15 minutes. Stood up in the chair, sat down in the chair. Little arm curls. And that was great, man. That was really, really. The people were very nice. They were very helpful. We talked, through that time. So that rehab was very, very good on my recovery.
And
but
how long did you get that service?
6 or 7 months until I had to go to the actual doctor for the rehab in the hospital. So they had to rehab home and then rehab in the hospital. I'm walking on the treadmill. I'm basically learning how to be physically active again. Right. And my body got a timer on it though. It's got 15 minutes before I'm completely spent. I'm talking about like I'm done for the rest of the day. I can't do nothing. My limbs, I'm finished. So it was a good 8-9 month process.
So I can only imagine. Like I said, first your body's got to work on getting your heart back to where it's supposed to. Then the physicality of, you're trying to heal because you got to heal your whole chest cavity.
Man, there's hopefully we get to show pictures, and I will definitely show you pictures of the. I got thank God I'm glad we videotaped it and shot it. It wasn't like let's take a picture of a heart attack. It was like with a camera. I'm so glad we actually shot it because my wife got shots of me after the surgery. I've posted online. It's sometimes I always post every anniversary. I'm strapped up in the bed. She got pictures of my sister dancing with me so my heart can circulate and stuff like that. Right. Really big shout out to my little sister. I call her little sister because I can, but she lifted my spirits that day, man. She just came and flew right from Chicago immediately and started doing things with me as a little sister. Dancing and music and stuff like that. And I got that shot that really always tears me up. I don't tell her that because I don't tell her that. but
she might hear it.
Yeah, but man, that was
an episode on emotional vulnerability.
Yeah, another one. But no, that whole ordeal. But again, now from day 1 to maybe 7 months, profuse sweating, pain. My doctor told me, I guess he didn't look at this doctor book. He was like,
the doctor book.
When I was asking for advice on what to do,
right? Can
you take this med? Sure, go ahead, sure. Drug overdose.
You had one?
You went through one? Yeah, overdose. Something happened where
something that they prescribed.
We look up on the net. Those 2 medications you're not supposed to put together, and I put them together for days, and now my body is doing all kinds of other things. It's really, now I'm really sweating. It was nuts. Okay. And if we had to look into what it was, the combination, we weren't even supposed to have that combination. I forgot what the combination was, but it was a combination you shouldn't have had. So we going through that. I'm crying in the shower.
Pain.
Pain
trauma. Or just the emotion, the trauma, yeah.
See, and that's what I'm interested in.
Trauma.
I'm interested in the whole story. But we're going to be a source of information for people that have for actually people that may know someone that has gone through this. Yep. For preventative measures and things, and
or just supportive,
exactly. Yep. All of these things, and so it's taking you a year now to now the rehab people are gone.
Mm-hmm.
I've always known you to be a very athletic person, right? We're talking about somebody that went to a D1 college on a athletic scholarship, football player, right? So, what is that doing to your mind? Not being able to be as physical and athletic.
It opened me up to certain vulnerabilities that I never knew existed.
Yep.
That's the first thing. That's the trauma of it. The trauma is I'm not who I used to be. One of the problems I had, and maybe this was my own perception, some of it was perception, some of it was state, but I had a hard time with my family members, whether I perceived that they knew how bad it was for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
How much expectation it may have been for me to get up out of that bed and live. I probably should have stayed down for a year. I'm talking about.
So you have everybody around you like, let's go, get up.
No, not so much that, but there is a nobody came to me and said you need to get up here, but you can see the weight. You know what I mean? You can. This is impossible not to see when you are head of your family or a husband or a son. It's impossible not to get through that. That's what's going to happen.
I hear that from a lot of women.
Right.
I actually hear that from a lot of women
why. Yeah.
who hold it down.
Yeah, yeah.
And we look to them, and because they don't show us signs that they're about to break, we just expect them to continue to do the things that
and then you
play the role that they've been playing.
Yeah.
As a human, you start expecting those things because you seem like not seeing.
Right.
I should have been down in the bed rehabbing for a year.
But you had the whole hospital laughing.
Well, yeah.
Right. Right. Because it's your demeanor, right? We're talking about something so very heavy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So and I think we lose that sometimes through this conversation because you are who you are. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're literally the funniest person I know.
Yeah, I try.
You're the first person
I don't even be
ever met
trying.
in
You know
my
what I
life.
mean? And my mother thought I was hilarious.
I'm finding out my daughter is super hilarious too. But I'm saying this right now to you that probably when people are coming in contact with you and you got that smile on your face and you cracking jokes and you might walk from here to there, we saying, oh, okay, well, you back, let's roll.
Man, I remember crying overtly and profusely in the shower, in the car in front of my wife. We cried together. But I remember, like, man, I almost died. Mm-hmm. And then I went through a couple of different, like, man, I almost killed myself. And then all this stress, man, this job almost killed me. It was so down, up and down on myself. It just looking around and turning, man, I just died, man, like for real. And I almost didn't make whatever it is. And I felt so helpless. That's a word. There's a word I haven't come in contact with. I felt helpless and I couldn't control any of the things that's happening in my body, any of the reactions that's happening in my body. My mood was changed. Man, it was much more than I thought it was because I'm supposed to get up. I'm supposed to jump up.
So how hard was it for you when you had this realization that there are certain things that you can't do right now that you used to be able to do? How hard was it for you to be able to say, I can't?
Well, I just come to some acceptance now. Years after, I just come into acceptance that you are not who you used to be, and I used to be a physical god. I've never.
All right, man, calm down. All right, we're not gonna sit up here and do all this.
A physical deity.
Herculean. What are we talking about now, man?
Hey, you saying?
If I do say so myself.
It's only two people. It's only three people in this room that see me with my shirt off when I was like super cut. It's my mother, my brother Rod, and maybe Mike around campus. But other than that, I let the stress and stuff get on me, and it was just I lost. I was having trouble losing weight for a while, obviously, because my body was inflamed, or it was experiencing inflammation from fighting the sickness.
Right.
And I went from 265 to 234. I don't know, 4 weeks.
And When? What 4 weeks? What
In the
period of
4
time are we
weeks
talking about?
from the surgery to 4 weeks later.
Okay.
I dropped 35 pounds.
Sure.
And I had no idea that I was that inflamed, stopped up, puffy. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't all just weight. It was just everything. Mm-hmm. So it was like they took the pen out, and I went all the way back down. Now I found that weight, another year after that. And then I found it. I got back to it.
You lost it and you found it.
Oh, there it is over there with that chicken. And then I went through the, what we'll talk about later is they call the wheel of change. I went through, the pre-contemplation. Nah, I don't need to do this. I can eat the same thing. And then just recently, watching my wife basically muscle up the whole house, I realized that the change needed to be done if you want to live. Boy, you want to live?
Right.
You want to live? Do you want to die? Or actually, do you want to die? Right. So I had to stop. I had to stop it. I had to stop everything. The whole habits came back quickly, but I lost about, I think 49 pounds. I just went to the doctor the other day.
Wow. So you're talking about now we back to
just
right now.
Yeah, but okay, so in between that, the emotions is what I'd like to highlight more than anything, because nobody talk about you ain't 100% no more. Mm-hmm. At that time, I'm 45%.
Yeah.
I look all right, but I got a incision from my neck all the way down to my.
Right, you got a zipper.
Yeah, all the way down. And out of my limbs, I'm tired. I can't beat this medication. No doubt, this is an open show. So sexually, I had no desire. I had no blood. It was so debilitating. Like, man, this might be it. Like, I might hit the wall. I don't know if I can recover from this.
For everybody, for our listeners, sexually, was it both physically and
Both.
mental?
Not
even interested.
It started to physical, but mentally, boy, once the physical kicked in, mental was like, man, I think we're done. Like,
got you.
I think this might be the end of life. So I'm talking about like the end of whatever life that you had.
Yeah, man.
You might not be there to do this no more.
Yeah.
Because it happened so long. It was like a long time.
Right.
So it was fighting that entire thing and staying in the house isolated for that whole summer. It was the summer, matter of fact.
Back to fighting.
I was.
Which speaks to Dr. Mike's question, is how did you feel mentally, right, when you realized that you were no longer the man that you were prior to the heart attack? Did you still? Let me ask you this, because I know I'm looking at you right now. You look great. You know what I mean? I
feel great.
Awesome.
I got like 2 six-packs right now.
I know.
You see, hey, when I let you laugh right there, I felt my muscles.
I know where you are, right?
Yeah.
So then I know that at some point, if you didn't know that you could get back, that some point you discovered that you was gonna have to fight to get back. And what I want to know is, when did that happen and how did that happen?
I'm gonna tell you like this: no matter what may be said between us, and what may be a mission, I saw my wife physically have to take over the house and the finances, and I just simply couldn't bear that. I saw my mother is taking care of my son, and he was in school, and she had to take that load, and I just simply couldn't bear that.
Right.
I should have. I swear to God, I should have been down for that whole year. But I ended up applying for a job in 7 months.
Okay.
And I still got a hold of my chest. It ain't healed. I think it was like 12 to 4 to 8 weeks, 12 weeks, matter of fact, 12 to 16 weeks.
Wait a minute, we got to go back, because you say hole in your chest. You got an open spot.
Oh yeah, it's drain. It was a drain.
Is it the drain?
Well, here the hole in the chest. They apparently, I guess from the YouTube video, they took this, cut the skin, took the saw. They got to get in the chest. They opened it because I can still feel it in my back sometimes. I can still feel the back pain in my back and my ribs.
Right.
And so when they close it up, it's the sutures here, but there's 4 coils holding my bones together.
Right.
But there's a drainage, and there's big gapes.
The elastic
tubes.
Tubes.
I got but it's 2 holes, And luckily, luckily for my mother's cocoa African skin, apparently, I thought that particular scar was gonna be there forever. Like it was ugly, man. It just was like really, really like ghastly to look at. But it's healed quite a bit, matter of fact.
Okay.
But I just I couldn't bear sitting down and watching everybody around me have to take the load. No matter what anybody says, it's a load when you got to take the load. You know what I mean? I don't care what. This is human being. This is human stuff. Oh, it's human stuff. So I'm watching the ethics of people. I'm watching the faces and the strains and I'm like, man, I can't sit here. So I started to believe in the work that the rehab was doing. And really tap into that consciousness, you say I've always had, man, I believe, because I ain't got nothing else to do.
Right.
I got to believe that I'm going to get up from here. And somehow miraculously, and I say miraculously, but it was almost stupidly, I get up and I get a job, and I start working in November of that year. Wow. Sitting at a desk in Clark County School District, apply for a sit-down job as an in-house suspension teacher. They offered me that salary at $12.79.
The stress that
he went.
I know
he went to the most stressful.
Right. Hey, well, it's not more stressful for me because it's me.
Yep.
And you know what happened in-house? We all fell asleep in in-house. I got the most rest and recovery in in-house because I came in here and said, "Hey, ain't nothing gonna happen," and that was it. Now I'm completely vulnerable with this. If somebody actually tell, "What's up, old man?" I'd have been
right.
I'd have been like, Michelle Pfeiffer on Dangerous Minds. I might get housed in there. But I really, whatever presence and calm and direction, they really, I had it down. They got to the point so much they wouldn't even know if I was down there or not. Is Reese at work? Wow. They wouldn't even come down there and see if I was all right. And I was looking around like, hey man, I could be getting jumped down here. Ain't nobody been down here in days.
Right. Was you in on campus, or were you in a portable?
I was at Silverado High School.
Oh, wow.
In a portable. It's freezing. All kinds of.
That's another example. Even the folks at Silverado got used to, hey, we can just count and take it for granted that Reese got it.
Let me tell you,
Reese got it back there. We don't have to.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you why I'm very happy that you guys are talking to me, because everybody told me the same thing. Man, we don't hear about that heart attack. We don't care. Get in that room. Oh well.
Right. You applied?
No. You should have stayed home if your heart was hurt.
It was a job.
I don't care where you be home by 11.
Once again, you look good.
Yeah, you look, man, nobody asked me nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they kept thwarting my, man, you always talking about the heart attack. You'll be all right. No, I won't. Wow. I'm like, hey, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
So that traps you back into thinking it's not a thing.
Right.
Oh, I'll be all right. No, this is a thing, man. I'm on red alert now. You know what I mean? It's never over after that. Right. It's always something. But in that time period, you saw people, I don't know if I was looking for sympathy. I wouldn't say I was looking for sympathy. It goes back to your question about help groups. I asked them people at the rehab, I said, do they have any therapists or anybody we can talk to? Because I feel it's traumatic. She said, we don't have nobody. Nobody come by and talk to these guys. Because I was in a room in rehabbing with folks older than me. They couldn't believe I was in there. And after looking around, I couldn't believe I was in there. I was one of the younger patients. Some of these patients were on a third or fourth heart attack.
Right. And I'm guessing 30, 40 years older than you.
Oh, yeah. And we talking about 60, 70. So it was just an eye-open experience.
Remind us how old you were when you had all this.
48 is when they came calling and asked if I wanted to go home. I said, no, I'm good. See you in 30?
Yes.
Thank you for checking. See you for 30, though. Yeah, nah. One of the things the doctor said is thank God for my past history of working out.
Right.
Matter of fact, we worked out over that pandemic quite heavily. And I'd say I wasn't in the best of shape, but I was in good health enough to survive the heart attack, because it wasn't a little heart attack. Right. It was a real big heart attack.
Right.
And now if you watch the news, everybody don't survive them things. So,
no.
So you're now beyond the heart attack. You're in recovery. You're gonna basically be in recovery always.
Oh yeah.
So, but you're in recovery. You're at the point where life is. You're trying to figure out how to get your life back to But I want to take you back because I want to. When I hear heart attack, I automatically think about the moment. Now your moment, you were being a jokester and all that during the moment. But when you think about the heart attack now, what's the one thing that you think about the most? As soon as you think about, damn, I had a heart attack.
I think we covered it last time. My baby cousin died at the wheel and had a heart attack about 6 months ago. So the immediate thing I think about is I did not have to wake up that morning. I go back to that morning at 2:30 a.m. on a Monday, and whatever alerted me to get up, I got up.
I lived.
I didn't
I'm
have. That's a somber and uplifting moment. But man, I didn't have to be whatever called, whatever said you need to get up now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? Something's wrong. You need to get up.
Right. And you listen.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I just popped up. I remember that morning, I popped up like, that don't feel good. This is it's a lot of pain.
It's something to be said about the connection to the infinite, and being able to heed and read the signs. Right.
What's your spirit? What are you thinking? Because that's exactly where I was going.
Okay.
Was what are you thinking? Whether where you at spiritually to say this was meant to be, the infinite, the creator, God, whatever, this was meant for me to be here now, or was it just happenstance?
Well, it turns out that I'm at least 26% heathen. So, so the rest of it.
That's very exact numbers.
Yeah, that's about right. 2, 4. Yeah, that's what I calculated. It says this. It says that there is a connection, and I say this: I'm glad I paid for some of the things that I've done in life, taking care of my children, being maybe a overall decent person, not making all of the right decisions or doing everything like that. But I don't know what else you do when you're a man on your own and you come out and vow never to go back, to your parents' house with your tail between your legs.
You do your best.
You do exactly what you can. You keep fighting.
Yeah.
So, but at that particular point, I'm like, I told you, I've been on this since that day. I've been on this. There's a purpose. That word means something to me. Whatever time I got on the clock, and this is the declaration I said, whatever time I got on the clock, I'm going to do the best I can and be the best person I can be. I'm talking about exploratory, finding out all the roots, coming to grips with anger and all the things that has led me to the heart attack. I had to stop. You had to change.
Yes. So it really restarted your spirit too,
Yeah.
not just the physical restart and getting used to, the changes in smells and all of that stuff. You had to wake up and restart.
Because here's what I felt. I ain't feel the steak, the hot link. I ain't feel the oil. I felt the anxiety. And the anxiety, anger, frustration, not being a nice guy to my mother or my wife, and we get into arguments. I said, wait a minute. My arm and chest is cold from an argument. I could be hallucinating, but I go over and say, I grab my arm, I say, you feel my hands? So whatever was happening to my body, the breathing, the excitement, my body was like, you're an alarm, you're in an argument, you're intense, you're mad, you're angry, you haven't controlled your emotions, and I'm telling you exactly where it's going right to your heart. Wow. Now, do you want to continue this? and I would have the pain. Right. And so now it's not going, I don't miss it no more. I don't get that the headaches before was just headaches until we found out it's high blood pressure. Right. Headaches, migraines. Your heart is pumping blood too fast in your body, and it is putting pressure on your veins that is knocking against. That's how you get a headache.
Right.
I got a question I want to ask you, and it's specific because I did not know that we were gonna have guests in the studio today.
No, they hijacked me.
Yeah. No, I didn't know, but I had a moment before, and I just want to ask you. So I would assume, and I think I know from knowing you, that your temperament has changed.
Oh yeah.
Since the heart attack.
Yes.
Because you know that you can't operate in the high stress level that you were operating in, right?
These are, yeah.
Now, I know they're here, and I'm not asking them this, but I'm asking you your perception.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that your loved ones, mainly your wife, your mom, your children, your brothers, treat you differently? That are they aware? Do you believe that we are aware that placing stress upon your life could adversely affect your health? Could be a direct line to something that, you know, could put you in crisis?
I don't think the magnitude of it is known. I think the awareness is there, but not so much the magnitude. So there's no intentional, which is a big word, intentional idea to put stress on me. But there's no intentional idea that it's not stressful also. I think it's more education that need to everybody.
What I'm saying is there, I guess what I'm getting at is, do you think that there's any intentional attempt to not put stress on you?
No,
Do you feel like we ever deal with you with kid gloves,
oh, hell
so to
no.
say? So you still catching everything that you was catching
I catch
before?
it anyway, and I have to be the only person that can actually say anything about it is me.
Okay.
If you know, even like, and this is a very candid moment, even like when we practice, right? You know, we supposed to have a meeting. We supposed to have an appointment or something like that.
Of course.
The incredible amount of stress that I go through, you don't know. But I don't know either. I'm no now. But that's back in the saddle until I start realizing you can't get back in that saddle, because I'm not telling you like, wait a minute, my chest hurt. I'm talking about from the interaction. Right. I don't know that until I know it. I don't know, oh, this is a correlation. I'm gonna tell you like this. Anytime I feel that stress, or anytime, let's be real honest. The criticism I take is a direct hit on my anxiety, which is a direct hit on my heart. Mm-hmm. I take it in good-natured fun.
Most of the times you do.
But it's very difficult to deal with, because my body don't care what we talking about. My body don't care what kind of sense of humor you got.
Nope.
I don't care what you talking about. You just reacted to a stress of feeling inadequate, not meeting other people's needs, not being accountable. All those things that I used to do and worry about, they hit me.
I forget. And just in talking to you and looking at you, I realized in that moment, I'm forever aware, right, that you had a heart attack. And I'm forever aware that you are, that you're going to be dealing with the repercussions of that till it's over, right? But there are absolutely times where I don't feel like I treat you with kid gloves at all.
Absolutely.
And so
nobody does.
I know the things that you're doing and all of the responsibilities that you have and all of these things. But yeah, man, when it's time to practice, be at practice.
Yeah.
When it's time to do this, let's do this. Let's do this. And I know you got the weight of the world. I know this. Yeah. Whether anybody else knows this, whether anybody else cares, right? From what I could see, from my perception, I can see that you have a great deal of responsibility on your shoulders. And from everything that we do.
As humans and people, when you stand up strong and you do things, people expect you to do those things almost humanistically, to the point where it's like, hey man, this is what you do anyway.
Because we know you do it.
Right.
So we don't know how you do it.
Hey, but
I don't know how you do it.
I can tell you this, there's moments, I'm thinking of maybe a superhero movie where some superhero is fighting and then he's I can't remember, so many good and bad movies, but this superhero I'm thinking about is taking hits and he's coming in touch with his vulnerabilities in the middle of the fight. And he's like, hey, wait a minute, I used to be able to do this. Okay. In this moment. I can't remember which was, maybe it was like a YouTube show I ran or something.
I'm sorry. What?
Hey man, you made my heart hurt.
You
right
just
there.
generally just I don't watch those movies.
Hey,
Like, no,
you ain't watch
no
Luke Cage?
superhero movies. No.
I mean, I don't pay attention. Right? So if I go to the movies,
Here we go.
it's because somebody else likes DC, Marvel, likes the superhero.
That's
that's not my
another
thing.
story. But anyway, but I'm coming in touch with my mortality. I'm coming in touch with my humanism. There's no more superhero moments. I might say that, and even today, like getting over here I just double booked myself.
You did.
I just really, really didn't pay attention, and that's something I'm going through, through therapy and counseling, how to not do those things, because you can't, man. You can't do those things. Mm-hmm. You can't live like on the edge like that no more. You just cannot.
I don't want to lose what you just said because you alluded to something that I was going to ask you anyway. Mm-hmm. You mentioned therapy.
Yeah.
And you said counseling.
Yeah.
But we've talked about how are you doing now? You're doing therapy. You're doing counseling. Yeah. I asked you about spirituality earlier. Are you doing any kind of spiritual development? Are you doing yoga?
Yep. I am doing.
Are you doing
this, boy? Please. I done went from I'm not stretching nobody to having my shirt off every week, sweating and enjoying. I'm doing hot yoga with Dre Gardner.
You doing hot yoga?
Dre Gardner
Shout out.
is a lifesaver. So if you ever hear this podcast,
that's my brother, man.
You will know that brother came with all the best intention to make sure that we. Matter of fact, I think is the first thing we did when I walked up the house is yoga. I think was y'all with us? You don't ever know where we at anyway. Every time I be like, "Yo, see, remember that time we was there?" He was like, "Man, we ain't never been there." Oh yeah, we was there.
Man, my memory is like anybody that know me know my memory is like that.
And then I'm in the house like flat, like I know we was there. He was like, "We weren't never there. Don't you ever tell I was there?" And he was like, "Yeah, we was there that time."
Oh yeah, I forgot we was there.
The first thing I ever did physically was go to Dre, and I took the pillow.
Did he take you just by yourself?
No, we went to a class.
We went to a class.
You went to, I was there.
Yeah.
This is my brother.
You were there. You were there. Okay.
Dr. Mike, you just reminded me of something. I went in there and laid on the floor with the red pillow. Mm-hmm. And now I'm doing triangular handstands in sweat. And it might not be pretty, but I'm in there.
Right.
And, man,
no, it's not pretty.
Hey, yes it was. No, but you just remember the journey. I was laying on the floor with a pillow.
Right.
I just laid there. Wow. And I couldn't stretch or do nothing. I just laid. I took that pillow, and whenever I could roll over, I rolled over. And now I think we're doing yoga. We're in a yoga class we're in yoga, hot yoga. We're in breathing. Now, I tell you, the best class we ever chose was breathing and meditation. Mm-hmm. All we do for an hour is breathe.
Gotcha.
And I have forgot the most important thing about breathing. I'm talking about actually taking oxygen in your body and filling your lungs so your blood can circulate around better. And it's the best class. This changed my entire life. Yep. And we don't do no stretches. And you just sit there and different techniques of breathing. I'm like, man, I didn't even know we didn't know how to breathe.
Yeah, I got to go to that class.
I got to get your mental though. Yeah. You're laying there on the red
pillow.
Well, you're laying on the mat. You got the red pillow.
Yeah.
You can't do anything but lay there.
Mm-hmm.
But is Reese thinking, I'm going to get to doing what everybody else is
I wouldn't
doing.
come back to that yoga class. I wasn't coming back to these. I think the breath work and meditation changed everything for me.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, it's stretching, man. Don't if you want to go to yoga, you here listening to us, first of all, go to yoga. All right. I don't know who said that you channeling demons somewhere in yoga. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, no.
Touching your toes, channeling demons?
No.
Yeah. But first of all, don't go to Dre hot yoga first.
Very challenging.
Yeah, it's like going to the Marines and then the day you go to boot camp, they drop you off in Vietnam. But I tell you what, going in that class first, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what the transition was. I can't tell you what it was, but I was in that class, and I think we came out. I tell you what it was. I didn't want to die.
Right.
So I had to find something to calm down with. You know what I mean? And yoga made me feel physically. This is where that tactical physical thing. This is evidence. Right. Evidence was that I felt calmer when I came out of yoga.
Right.
So I said, okay, well, we'll do another one. Then we started doing, and then I said, wait a minute, hold on, man. We go in Dre class. I'm like, I'm more kinked up than I was before because I don't know the poses and stuff.
Right.
So we started looking at the class. Oh, we paying a little membership. So, okay, breathing and meditation. All right, we just walk in, breathe. Then we went from breathing and meditation to a yin yoga class, which is a soft class. So it's holding poses. So we just built a pyramid. So we go to breathing, soft poses, hard poses, breathing, soft.
When did you realize you were actually doing the stuff that Dre?
Boy, I just went to class last night. I just amazed I was in there. Like, we doing this all the time.
So it's just now hitting you.
4 days a week now.
I can actually do.
I remember when I said I'm not going 4 days a week. I just I just lied on my wife. I ain't going no 4 days a week. Yeah, we going 4 days a week. You ain't gonna schedule me 3 days a week. Yeah, I might need another one. You know what I mean? Pilates or something. Because it's so. This is talking about physical evidence is what people believe or not believe, but physically. No, you can't. You go down there and you went through the work of breathing and connecting to your body, which I only connected through stress, Doc.
Right.
Stress is telling me that your arm is hurting, your chest hurting. But now what do you have to counter that? Because you got to counter it, bro. You can't walk around with that headache no more. So now the physical, matter of fact, evidence-based practice and all the rest of the research says that the only way to deal with stress as it goes up is to exert.
Right.
Period.
Positively.
Word bond. Hey, I'm sorry. There's no other way.
Okay.
Right. So you're now realizing yoga, breath work are the counter to the stress and all of that.
The reason I ain't know before because I was an athlete.
Right.
So I was doing it by proxy anyway.
Right.
Going out there, practicing 2 or 3 days a week, every day, 7 days a week, running. We exerting ourselves past the stress. So you really don't know how much stress you encountering because you always counter it.
Letting it out.
Yeah. Now, when you stop and the scholarship is over,
but you think about that the way we do with our kids, though. It's the same thing. Go outside and play. Go outside.
That's
and
what it was.
And then the boys go on and wrestle. Y'all go in
go do something.
Tussle, whatever, and they get all that out.
Yep.
You were getting it out.
Right.
When you were younger. Now you got to.
I'm 20 years in not having a real regiment, I would say. Shout out to Paul Rosenberg. Paul Rosenberg is probably the reason why I'm here. Because I was going through his tough classes for every day for 6 years, not showing progress and not showing consistency. But if he hadn't called me every day to get to whatever class I was going to, I would not have a heart strong enough to fight off a gigantic heart attack.
Shout out Real Results.
Real Results.
What was that?
Real Results. Paul Rosenberg.
Yeah, we did that.
Paul, for quite some time has been a stalwart of not physical health. He had a gym on Commerce.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That brother has saved countless lives. He had a tough program. He's doing it. He's still got the program. It's still on realresults.com.
Okay.
You can check him out. He's in Colombia. He's doing online classes. He's doing great, man. He's
all physical training.
Yeah, but he was dedicated and committed to physical activity.
Yeah, he got me right.
Yeah,
I'm talking about pops right.
Yeah,
I mean, like the best shape I've ever been in my life.
It was annoying.
Yes.
It's annoying to hear, man. I can't eat that. No. Nah, you know what I mean. The first person when my wife came here, the first person I introduced her, Paul Rosenberg. And we all struggle with perception and weight and all that stuff. Nah, he saved all of us and changed our lives. Even if we moved on to different things. I can tell you this morning I did my first kickboxing MMA class.
Okay.
I went from cardio kickboxing to I'm actually in kickboxing. Like I got opponents.
Right.
I'm looking up. And I'm coming into some more limitations. Like I walked in that gym and said, any one of these people can knock me out right now.
Kickboxing, not jujitsu.
No, I wasn't trying to. I can't get on the mat yet.
Okay, gotcha.
But we talking about Muay Thai.
Okay.
So it ain't
right.
It's Muay Thai elbows. So I went through the cardio class. I said, this is the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life. It's a straight hour of, moving limbs. I started boxing on this bag, man. About 10 minutes into it, I was talking to the bag like, hey, man, there's some way we could just come to a truce. Is this some way we could just talk about this? Because I can't punch no more.
Right.
I'm punching for an hour, kicking for an hour, but then that's what it's, talking about spiritual connection. I start connecting to my body.
Yep.
I said, wait a minute, I feel great. There's no stress. There's not. Oh, wait a minute, because I'm making contact. I'm doing this physical thing. So I went from, and you always good questions, Mike. Because I always went from I'm gonna go to one class a week.
Right.
Now I'm in there twice a week. Combat. I'm doing combat.
Yeah.
And I tell the brothers in there, hey man, I just came off a heart attack, so no 5-point palm exploding heart technique and nothing like that.
Nobody get to do a 2-inch punch on you.
No dim out, poison, touch of death. But you can't sleep because it's contact. So I have to do cardio during the week.
Right.
I have to get on the bike. I have to train just to go to class. To spar for a contest I'm pretty not going to do.
And all these things are strengthening your heart.
I'm getting exertion. Now I'm doing an hour class. I remember when I couldn't do 15 minutes of lifting my legs up.
Right.
So what are the doctors saying now? Are they saying, hey, man, you showing miraculous results? And
Nah, nobody said miraculous. They need my billing. Hey, you telling me miraculous? You can't bill it for no more.
But they not saying like, hey, what are you doing? What are you?
Well,
whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
It's funny. I love evidence. So as I'm joining the show and the brotherhood, evidence has been good to me because it's right there. They used to call it actual facts. Remember they had a name for it, like. You actually had to have facts. Nowadays, you just don't have to. You can just say whatever.
Just say whatever you want.
But I'm looking at the facts of it. I go to the doctor, and he said, you lost 49 pounds. Your blood pressure is 124 over 70.
Wow.
Your cholesterol, check this out.
Wait a minute. Are you taking blood pressure medicine?
I am.
Oh.
No, I was. Hey.
It was.
But I was.
Okay.
Now, the reason I'm taking it now because it protects your heart.
Okay.
So
I'm just being personal. I'm like, mine is higher than that.
I say, which kind are you taking right now?
Right.
No, it protects your heart and kidneys. Okay. So some of these things keep going because they don't tell you that. They don't tell you. Hey, listen to this. They don't tell you that they got a shot for your cholesterol called Repatha. It's a shot. It's not the statins, the pills. It's not watch your fish levels and nothing like that.
Okay.
They got you got to do that, but they got a shot that works in conjunction with your diet and eating. I went from 150 cholesterol to 55. Wow. With the eating, with the whole training.
Right.
The shot.
The shot made me more conscious about what it looked like. Now I'm like, hey, I want my cholesterol down this time. Right. So it was down. It was down. I remember when I went in there and I was like, man, forget that shot. Where them cookies at? And evidence said, he said, you been eating cookies. And I was like, how you know? That number right there. That number was down. It was down.
Right.
It's now
not.
it's up.
It's back up.
Yeah. So you gotta get back down. So I was like, you don't want to go in there. You don't want to go in there and tell your heart doctor your cholesterol up.
Right. And what we talking about right now? What we talking about is what we have been talking about for the last few minutes is now.
Right now.
We're already up to the present.
Yeah.
And I think that the listeners can understand that what we're doing right now is basically telling a success story.
Hey man, we talking about. I know I did not just get off the heart table and become a picture of health. I went back. I gained another 40 pounds after the surgery and went back to eating. Went back to the same ideas, and so it wasn't just jump on.
Right.
I had to really. I think all the people, Paul Rosenberg, Francis Hoare, who runs I see Elevate Fitness. Mm-hmm. Francis was a trainer with Paul, and he sprung off and I got a gym that's very good in Summerlin. Okay. My wife was dedicated, getting up. She gets up every morning, 4:30, 5:30, and went to work out, and she started showing results. So I had to log in. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let's do this. And it was hard to do. It was hard because I still, guess what? They telling me that I have to exert myself, but I can't.
Right.
I don't have 60 minutes. It take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes to actually show results. I don't have it. I got 10. Uh-huh. I'm paying for that damn Peloton bike. So I said, okay. Oh, they got 10-minute programs on the Peloton. Man, just get on there for 10 minutes.
Exactly.
I started this trek, losing this 49 pounds. I started with pushing the 10-minute cycle.
There it is.
Man, let me just do 10 minutes. Then it was like, all right, well, 15. Now 20. I do an hour. I can do an hour on the bike right now.
You better than me.
Do this for me. I want you, if you can, as precisely as you can, as quickly as you can, give me a snapshot of what your life was the day before the accident. I mean, it wasn't an accident. The day before the heart attack. Yeah. And what your life is right now as you sit across from me. So in terms of were you employed? Were you looking good? Did you feel good? Were you married?
We talking about before?
Yeah, before.
So before the day before. I'm glad because I got 15 years of.
Yeah.
Y'all got some more tape on it?
No. The day before, a snapshot of your life.
I was watching my son. I had so much expectations for him at football, and it wasn't that I expected him to be a football player, but when he said he wanted to be, I just wanted to support him the best way I can, and I did.
Sure.
So that day was we was out at a football camp.
I mean, what was your life like? Not necessarily what you ate that morning. I'm saying what was your life like?
I just got fired.
Were you happy?
No, I wasn't. I can tell you I was in complete stress.
Were you okay? So if you weren't happy and you were in complete stress, then you weren't healthy.
No.
Were you employed?
No, I was unemployed.
You were unemployed.
Yep.
Okay.
I was looking. As a matter of
out.
fact, dig this. I was unemployed. I got fired from my job. They walked me out. I'll see you guys soon. And that's not a manifesto. FBI.
Right.
But I was unemployed. I was trying to get money. I fought the unemployment for a whole year. 1 year. Matter of fact, that month.
You was fighting, huh?
Yep, fighting. Hey, that month they told me that my claim could not be processed, and I spent the entire year trying to fight that claim.
Right.
I was sitting there. It was hot. It was sunny, but I was sitting outside watching my son. Hopefully, basically taking every snap he was getting. I was anticipating, and I remember the anxiety of it. I remember just like feeling like just the pressure of it up and down. But I also remember I said my eyes are dry, and I was using all kinds of Renew. I was squeezing all kinds of liquid and marinade, whatever. And my eyes was super dry. I was like, why are my eyes so dry? I'm talking about like skull bone dry. And I'm having these symptoms that are building, obviously the night before, but I'm tired. I can feel it. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right. But that day before, I got a picture that day before of me looking in the camera when I was out there.
Okay.
My eyes, I can tell my eyes. My face was swelled up. I was trying to look for signs like, man, is a sign in your face or something like that? My face I was a little swollen. But
what I'm hearing is life was in disarray.
It wasn't comfortable at all. It was very stressful.
What's life like right now?
I graduated with my master's at Grand Canyon University.
Masters?
Masters.
Oh, you my master now.
Yeah. Oh, you my master now? I can spell too. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you one of them. You one of them.
I'm
So
walking.
you're telling me since the heart attack now you got your masters.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you.
In what?
I got a master's in social work. It turns out that I've been in the social work system since I was born in Chicago. And I have told everybody around me, there's nobody that knows more about the social welfare system than I do, from being born in it to having a master's degree in it.
Right.
And I've seen it all from that. And I had certain characteristics about it, about fairness and justice, equity, the ability to look at all people, and see empowerment in them, being resourceful for the things that you got and not wondering, about what you need. Just whatever you got is enough what you need. You got 2 pieces of bread, some sugar, you got a sugar sandwich. And if not, you got some syrup, it's a syrup sandwich. And you got some cheese, you got grilled cheese. It's all good. You know what I mean? That thing empowered me to realize that I had the power in this industry and in my job, the same job I got fired from. Because I'm going to tell you, the question I asked, I said, man, what am I good at?
Oh, you good at this.
Oh, that's exactly what I said, brother. I said, hey, actually what I said is, you know how to deal with them badass kids? No, you're a genius at dealing with them kids. So I started building my life from there. Like, wait a minute, you have 20 years of working in the toughest places in this city, at least, from juvenile justice to CPS. I'm a poster child for working in terrible places. Hey, look at you. Come here. That was courting me. Hey, man, you look good. Come here. You want to apply for this job over here with all these kids? I get that job in a snap.
Well, what we just said is You were unemployed.
Yeah.
What's that situation look like right
I
now?
own my own business.
You own your own business.
And I can't tell y'all because, you know, it might be some people looking for me.
How's it going? How's
I,
the business?
I have
going great.
Yeah, it's going great.
That's
and
what
it cannot be. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm not even at the pinnacle of it. I'm not. I'm at the beginning. Right. I've just begun to do what I was supposed to do and built to do in this business, and it's coming. I'm talking about it's coming real fast, and I'm building that character. There's some doubt sometimes. There's some doubt.
Sure.
When I went to the doctor the other day, I think I mentioned this before. He gave me a not so great reading that kind of put me back in touch with life again. Mm-hmm. I don't know what minute or day, but I'm gonna go fight though. Right. I'm gonna fight. I go to these MMA classes to be a dangerous old man, number one, but also to fight. It's the symbolism of fighting. Right. Mm-hmm. It's the symbolic, thing. You go out. I'm actually fighting.
Right.
You can't tell me I'm not fighting. I'm actually fighting. Right. I'm actually going in and punching and defending myself and having to dig deep inside myself to do stuff that I normally would not do. So that transfers over to business because now I see you're the reason I see this because this guy is a master manipulator. Oh, God, Lord. Jeez. Hey, it go like this. It go like this. Last year, what was it, a year ago? Was it a year ago? Jeez. A year ago?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. You just call me Drake.
Yeah, I did. The boat. A year ago.
We went on a cruise, yeah.
We went on a cruise. I'd never been on a cruise in my entire life, and I wasn't even I can't even swim until I got my little guppy wings at the little swim place. Right. Shout out to little water wings over there. I went out. This guy said, "Hey man, we going on a trip." Next day he said, "Hey man, we going on a trip." Third day he said, "Hey man, we going on a trip."
You going on a trip?
He said, "First day, you ain't going on a trip." Okay, it's cool and whatever, man. But we going on a trip. We're gonna have a ball. Hey, talk to Earl because he's on the phone with me. Hey, we're going on a trip. All of a sudden, it's every day we're going on a trip. Oh. Fine, man. We're going.
I know what I did. Hey, man, I called your wife.
Fine. Hey,
that's what I did.
She in my ear like we never go on trips.
He say, man, you sitting over there. Your husband won't take you on no cruises.
Jen, what are you looking out the window for? Oh, I'm just imagining the water waves. We never go anywhere. Man, I scraped a little. Whatever we had, we went. Yeah, I saw the ocean for the first time in my life. I was sitting there thinking, like, I just came off the south side of Chicago. And I wonder how many people have never seen the ocean. Mm. And that sparked, I'm talking about, man, I said, we had so much fun on that trip. Man. Just looking and just hanging trips. Out. Man, I've never seen another country. I've never seen people in another country. And I was dedicated to the purpose of living again and helping people. I saw some brothers, where was we in Belize? Was we in Belize? No.
Belize was one spot. We went to Belize, went to Honduras.
I saw brothers in Belize that look like me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about like, oh, yeah. That's Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw them doing this life. And I said, man, I got to get out in this life. Mm-hmm. And so and I just told you this the other day, I was kind of ambivalent, another word, look it up. I don't know if I'm going to go back to school. As soon as we got back from that trip, I talked to a counselor at GCU. Back to school. Right. I talked to a counselor at UNLV, and I talked to a counselor at Reno, boo. And they said, nah, man, you got to go to school for 2 more years, and then we'll consider getting you. I ain't got 2 more years. I don't know how much time I got. Right. What you talking about 2 more years? Right. And I talked to James Lanza. Shout out to James Lanza. He don't know I'm shout him out, but I talked to him and called him. He called me back when I was driving on it. No, I wasn't. I was parked safely in the car on the curve, and he said he listened to my whole story. I was at the end of it. I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I just want to go to school. He listened to my story. My GPA was, not great, from college. I graduated with a bachelor's, but it wasn't great GPA. Right. They was asking for astronomical GPAs just to get in the program. Right. He listened to my story for that hour, called me back the next week, said, you know what, I'm going to accept you, and I put you in advanced standing. Advanced standing was 1.8 months, 1 year, 8 months. Mm-hmm. And
here we are.
I graduated with a 4.0 grade point average.
That's what I'm talking about.
When I tell you I graduated with a 4.0 grade point, I got no B's. No B's. I got all A's in every class.
Not like undergrad, huh?
No, hey,
You was
I didn't even know. I didn't know what a B was. 3 what? I was so invested in changing my life and changing the life around me, and living whatever purpose I had. But I knew if I didn't get that master's, that they was gonna keep me at them same jobs. Yeah. And I can't take my mama. My mama don't like no cheap stuff. You know what I mean? Your life. My wife is tall. She need tall clothes. So I couldn't just come with $12.67. I had to go, and I went, man. That boat changed my life.
Your life has changed.
Yeah. Oh,
that's what I'm trying to paint.
And for me, one of the things that I hear from you is a whole lot of awareness. And I'm gonna use that word that we used a couple of episodes ago. Instead of woke, consciousness. Yeah. Your level of consciousness has ticked up a whole lot. Whereas before it might have been you weren't even thinking about everything that you did. Now you're thinking about your breath. You're thinking about the people around you and how you treat them. You're thinking about what you got to do for your body. I hear a whole lot of consciousness.
People say, sometimes people look at you and say, and I've heard this, Reese, you just doing too much. And shout out to my brother Errol, because me and him we on the same page a lot of times. And apparently we were studying this one concept at the same time. I picked it up from a Deepak Chopra book, and I was listening to some Deepak Chopra in the morning. I had to turn on. He said something about the unified field. I said, the unified field? What's that? It's a pimp game, right? It's a unified field.
Yes, so, baby.
Yeah, baby. Unified. I looked up the unified field. Of course, it is everything that you do in the right accordance and the purpose in your life is everything that you do. It's not separate.
Yep.
It's all what you do. Going to school, master's program, going to run, reading books. If they all in the same unified field, that's your universe. You're not doing 10 things. You're doing all the same things that's pointing to that one direction you're going. So I said,
everything in synergy, everything moving in one direction.
Yep. Because I was always told, you're not paying attention. I said, wait a minute. I'm just doing everything's connecting.
Right.
So now I'm going that way with all of this.
Yeah.
So when I don't do this and I do this, I'm still doing that. For real, that changed my whole life.
Yeah, man. I'm seeing it. I'm watching
like, wait a minute. I'm doing you're doing too much. No, I'm doing that.
But it's having the circles around you as you're talking about Deepak Chopra and all of that, that synergy, your circle becomes larger and larger. Yeah. Here we are talking about it, but I'm looking across the table over there at your wife, and I'm thinking, she's already changed her physical.
Oh, yeah.
You both have started doing that.
Everything
so your
is
consciousness changing. And everything.
Hey, man.
Everything around you changing.
When people say like, hey, man, I'm not responsible for nobody but myself. No. And one of my favorite jokes in the world that I've told is, if that's the case, the Unabomber would be the dual bomber. Right. Hey, if you want to live like by yourself and don't take accountability for anybody else, then you go in a hill and build bombs and you be by yourself. That was his manifesto. Yeah. I don't want nobody and no technology. I'm building myself.
Right.
But if you're not the Unabomber, you're going to need to be accountable for how you affect people around you.
Yeah.
Starting with yourself. But that doesn't just completely you're not in a bubble.
No.
So all these things matter to, that like, if I hadn't gone on that cruise, I'd be still talking about, man, I should go to school.
No, you're doing it. You're doing it. The life has changed. That's what I was saying. We get into that picture right before the heart attack and the picture now. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was getting. That's what I'm trying to paint for the listeners is the difference between before and after, and to say that there is hope. And if you adhere and you listen, right, as you did, you listen to that voice and say, hey, man, you better get up. Yeah. Because if you didn't get up, you might not have got up.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
For real, at all.
And we be talking a different thing, Mike and I.
Yeah. We be talking in remembrance of what Reese used to do.
That's why I said Dr. Mike and I didn't say you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but you were here.
Yeah. I'll say growth. You've had a lot of growth.
Oh, and I'm still growing. this, and I pre one. I'm a shout out everybody. My mother, my wife, my dear brother Roger Adams. I'm not gonna. We'll let him tell the story.
He was on that boat.
Oh yeah, he was on that boat, and I remember me and him remember that conversation we had. I said, brother, go get checked out. And now he's sitting there next to us. That's a whole nother story.
Man, I love it. I love it.
Because if I hadn't had that awareness, 3 things I learned, and I know we're wrapping up soon, but 3 things I learned from my internship at the psych hospital is if you lack awareness. It was funny because it was a simple question. And I was like, what does this question even mean? Are you aware of your space, time, and where you at?
Right.
I said, I thought we was in a psych hospital with like knowledge. That's the simplest question in the world. That is the simplest question in the world. Mm-hmm. Are you aware of your feet touching the ground, what time it is, and where you at?
Right.
And a lot of people don't. When you're in disarray, you don't know what day. That's when people say, "I lose days," or "I can't remember." When you're in that disarray, you forget that. Right. You forget the time and space. You forget your awareness is the first key. Yep. The second key is insight. After your awareness, can you look inside yourself and identify and diagnose the things that are holding you back? I don't know what those are. I don't know what right and wrong is, but if you have a goal and you're not reaching it, you have to have insight to be like, well, why I'm not. Mm-hmm. And then after that, there's an action to that, hopefully with that awareness and insight that you say, man, I want to do something about it, so let me do it. And that just hopefully leads you to more insight. I can tell every brother out here, there's a lot of brothers in sports and play football, and there's a lot of brothers our age, man. I'm concerned for a lot of brothers our age because I'm looking at everybody, and it doesn't look. I'm not trying to be judgy at all, but it looks like we in peril. We look sick, and we are dying off. I think I heard the third person dying off at 53, 52, 49, 53. Even our celebrity, a lot of celebrities. What was the Murder Inc. Irv. I was just looking at a podcast of Irv Gotti. Wait, 2 weeks before.
When he died?
Just a couple months ago.
A heart attack.
Yeah.
I was just looking at, and those things affect me because I'm keeping score.
Right.
So I'm looking at Irv Gotti. I just saw Irv Gotti on a interview about. Matter of fact, he just got paid $300 million because he bought the company. Somebody paid for the music.
Yeah.
And he just was talking about his $300 million deal.
Murder Inc. Gone.
He gone. He dead. He died.
He out of here.
Wow. He died.
There's a lot of us, man. But you are here.
No, I'm here,
and
man.
You are thriving.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep though.
Here's what I want to get to, because you started to allude to this also. If I could ask you to do a 1-minute PSA for men 40 to 60, but especially black men, what would the PSA message be?
I see it in 4 quadrants. The Holic ain't did nothing to nobody. The Hawkins good. He never did nothing to nobody. But no. What? And I just, I'm talking about diet. Everybody goes to a heart attack thinking that your cholesterol is high.
You said the Hawk.
Yeah. That's a Hot Link. The Hot Link.
Oh, the Hot Link.
The Hot Link ain't never done nothing to nobody. But the first thing they think is about you eating wrong, your cholesterol high. That's a part of it.
Right.
That's only a quadrant of it. That's one thing about in quadrants. Mm-hmm. Anxiety. Boy, you better get your life in order.
Right.
Your fights, your interpersonal relationships, your interpersonal things, you trying to do everything for the family, and you know, you seeing this person and seeing that person, your kids. That's quadrant number 1. The anxiety is crystallizing in your blood and clogging your heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, that pushes and I ain't no doctor, but I'm generally understanding that anxiety starts to push your cortisol, your fight and flight syndrome. So now you got to eat more because you got to store more. You got to, now you're just hungry. Now I'm just eating. Now the weight goes up. So now that's number 3. After your weight goes up, you out of control. You got visceral fat around your stomach. You can't breathe no more. So your heart is not getting oxygen because you can't breathe. Your anxiety is up. You can't breathe. Now what's wrong? Your heart is trying to pump blood around your visceral fat and anxiety, so it pumps harder, it pumps harder, it pumps harder. And now you got high blood pressure. So now all these things are happening at the same time. Right. And number 4, you ain't exercise because you ain't got time. Right. You got to go to work, you got to take care of the kids, wife, son. You got to do all these things except for, boy, you better go walk for 30 minutes because it's going to catch up to you. It caught up to me, and I'm swear to God, I have a body of a African Adonis. Hey, What I'm saying is this. Because you're gonna see that pretty soon. Like the next
He don't lack confidence, y'all. He do not lack confidence.
Every podcast you're gonna see, I'm gonna have a new shirt on that's explaining what I'm talking about. But it caught up to me, and I was in disbelief that I said for 2 weeks, I had a heart attack. I said that to myself in the mirror.
Denial.
I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
A heart attack.
Yeah.
Reese had a heart attack. I'm talking about a whole. I'm looking at my chest. Pus coming out the.
Jesus.
I had a real heart attack, man.
Yeah.
But it happened to me out of nowhere, and nobody always say, you look like you didn't have a, nah, I had one, and it's gonna catch up to you, and it's not just one thing, here's the word of the day, it's the comprehensive things. It's not one, it's 10.
Right.
It's not 10, it's 15. And you gotta get that stress up off of you and think and live clear, or it's going to kill you.
Right.
Nothing else, no, it's going to kill you.
That's
And here's another thing, just last, Mike, here's something worse than that. If it don't kill you, it will maim you. And now you will live a life.
A vegetable.
Right. Something that you really, really could not do. Now you can't, now you're paralyzed in one arm, or you gotta get a leg cut off or something like that. You ain't who you used to be. And that is almost far worse. Well, I guess it's not far worse than dying, but
No.
maybe not. But man, to have that happen to you over time, and watch yourself almost disappear. And from them cutting on you and from them changing you and stuff like that, I don't wish that on nobody.
Reese's future health, 5 years from now.
Boy, I'm going out to run home right now. I had no idea that I could look like old Reese again. My weight is sitting around 224. I'm looking at. I like to get to 215. I like to get my mental health in such order that I am understanding and aware. Here's the thing. There's no protecting peace. And that'll be a whole nother podcast. It is actually the apex of most people, and particularly men who always strive like, I'm a king. And the high point of kingdom is actually taking in, putting out, opening your boundaries, closing your boundaries, and having the wisdom to do that without stressing yourself out every day. To be able to look at things in discernment and know that these things make impact. They make impact.
Okay.
So when you live in your life and you think that, I'm just going to not speak to Mark, she ain't going to talk to me like that. Boy, you don't know how much stress you're taking in just on that interaction. Right. You don't know how to relegate your emotions. You don't know how to do none of that stuff. And it's a book, The Body Keeps Score. Your body is keeping score when you take those impacts. So you have to, I want to learn how to do that in mastery. And to look at situation, because hell, we all know being a black man in this planet is stressful enough. That's 20 points in your blood pressure just walking around, just straight up. But if you have to master, when you have to master that around your family, and learn how to breathe. I want to learn how to breathe. I want to become a proficient yoga practitioner, because I know one of the things about yoga is people don't understand is actually what I learned the other day when it was 135 degrees in that class.
Right.
I learned that it's not the stretching, it's the breathing through the pain.
Anything.
It's the breathing through the suffering. Yep. It's the breathing through the struggle. It's struggle. It's hot in there, and you don't want to do that pose, and you got to calm down and breathe. That's life every day, baby. That's all day. I'm talking about that's everything you do. You have to stop and breathe to bring your anxiety down. You actually got to stop and take a deep breath through the stress of it and have awareness, like Dr. Mike said, to be conscious with that. So I want to be proficient at those things. I want to work hard. Health. I want to touch other people about their health, like we're doing now. I want to be able to be a light to the lit path, like my mother and father was, and particularly my mother's always kept the light on. That's something that we thrive by, is we keep the light on. So that means you got to stand tall and high above everything. So in case I need my mother, I've always looked and saw the light was on. Right. So now I got to take that light, because I got children out there. I got family and stuff like that. People looking at me that need to see the light. So I got to keep that light lit, going to yoga, stretching out, regulating my emotions, going through my past history, talking to a therapist, talking to a couples therapist. Go talk to somebody, because apparently it ain't working with you.
Right.
Go talk to somebody else so you can, if nothing else, be a teammate. Forget a therapist is going to tell you what to do with your life. Be a teammate with the therapist. Right. So you can talk to him, hey man, let's plan. Y'all don't have no plans. I see. That's another story, I'm sure. But I see so many brothers talking about they don't get no therapist.
Right.
You didn't have no coach, like basketball coach, football coach, boxing. We talk about sports every day. We talk about adjustments. It's podcasts on adjustments every day. You ain't got no podcast on adjustment on how to adjust your attitude, how to keep your stress down for the day. You ain't got none of that. So you just roll through it and be like, I'm my own wisdom. For real? Anyway, but that's I'm looking at my life, my co-regulatory skills, how I affect people, and how that affects me. It's a unified system, and that system has to have me healthy. So I got to be healthy.
Well, man, first of all, we're glad we're having this conversation. We're glad you're here.
So you guys, hey, on the real, you guys are very good. I'm talking about, I'm not looking at Dr. Mike and CJ no more. These are very skilled interviewers here. You know, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Well, Ben, we appreciate you for being with us, and we deeply the gratitude that we have for the humility for you to be able to come on and share some deep your experiences that a lot of people don't want to share. When you have experiences like this, people don't want to talk about it.
Right.
You here talking about it, sharing it to help us with our mission on the growth plate is to grow people and
help others.
And help others.
And man, you ain't coming back from beneath the sands to be talking about how I survived a heart attack. Right. You're not doing that's not happening. So I made it important to make sure I get here because you're not. Hey, let me tell you about the time I came back from having a heart attack.
Right.
We don't get that opportunity.
No,
often.
you don't have that perspective.
But right here on the growth plate,
I love you guys, man.
We just experienced that, man.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for you, man. And I can see your life on a upward trajectory. And we know what this word means. Spaceships.
Spaceships, bro.
Spaceships.
Spaceships.
And that's what it is.
Not coming back.
Dr. Mike, on GP.
On GP. Growth is up to you. Growth is up to you.
This episode of the Growth Plate.
In the end, we leave the table better. We feed your mind. Growth is up to you. Growth is up to you.
It's my